managed to watch the Leicester game on TV. Great result, not a great watch. Terrible first half. Nwaneri, the only one of the front three managing to really be anything but terrible. But that said, even though Ødegaard sort of offered our only creativity, Nwaneri our only threat, I felt that Ødegaard was still poor. His decision making in the first half. I felt that Declan Rice struggled to get involved in the right sectors of the pitch. Partey was off and on concentration wise. And even there's some moments of where even though Leicester didn't do very much, there were two moments where they sort of went to sleep and lost Ndidi on sort of a shot from the edge which could have been deflected, and a header right at the end that looked scary on the live pictures. I think on the replay it wasn't quite as close as to going in as I thought. The second half was a big improvement, particularly Ødegaard. But still, Raheem, I'm not going to be long. Here we go. Peggy! Say hello to the video. She wants to go and run around in the snow a little bit more, whereas I'm enjoying lying on a deck chair. Ødegaard got into it. Ødegaard managed to I felt like it possibly was deeper, I'm not sure, maybe receiving the ball deep a few more times than driving it forward. Deck has improved a bit, but really the big difference, as we all know, ended up being Mikel Merino. Everyone said we need to have a sort of George Graham type attitude to the back end of this season. Some 1-0s to the Arsenal. This was that kind of performance, even though we got the second one. The defence sort of solidified. There was a mistake by Partey that was terrifying. Saved well by Lewis Skelly tracking his man and managing to knock it right rather than into his own goal, which was the obvious mistake to make. But yeah, it's actually a flashback. Another comparison other mates of mine of our age have been making is that another team of the George Graham era, well, the sort of, League to Premier League era. Paul Warhurst converted into a striker for Wednesday and banged 14 in the last 14 games of the season. Or someone said Marino's got 2 in his first one and 13 more to go. Really? Do we have to go? What do you want to do? Should we go for a walk? Always forget to say on these videos disrupted by dogs, please like and subscribe and comment, and then someone other than my mum and dad might actually see them. Okay, so before I was so rudely interrupted by someone who insisted we go for a walk, I think I was talking about Mikel Merino, comparing him to Paul Warhurst. Two great goals. First one brilliantly created by Nwaneri. See Arseblog talking about it, saying something I noticed myself, that he's so understated in these moments where he affects the game. He'd already had 2 great shots, hit woodwork, and then he does that classic sack across, which actually I think is often designed to find Merino coming into that exact space, but from left 8. The other goal, such a good ball by Trossard, whose movement I thought live was possibly, he went too early, and Calafiori, another sub, did very well to hold the ball and let him get back on side. It's good to have that contribution from Calafiori off the bench. We're going to need contributions from everyone. I still hope we can get something out of Raheem Sterling, but it seems less and less likely. Marino's talking down the possibility of 9 being his new position for the back end of the season. We don't have an enormous amount of options, but Ayodeji still hasn't been used. I think, what's his name? Is it Keon Edwards scored for the kids? I think we won at every level. Battered Spurs in the North London derby, which I managed to watch on my telephone, going mental when the 5th goal from Emily Fox went in off the post, banger. Proper top bins of the top bins where the Spiders live. Love that goal. We now look forward to, well, first we've got the Champions League game, so we'll get to find out on Friday where our last 16 game is. But so tonight, final, defend a 1-0 lead at the San Siro against AC, and then tomorrow PSV against Juve. My son is desperate for Northern Italy, begging his mum to let him bunk off so that he can enjoy some Italian food. I'd quite like De Quip, despite the sketchy rep of their fans. It's the only one of those 4 teams I've not seen us play against. Been quite Delhi Empty has been completely rebuilt since I last visited, so that's almost like a new stadium. West Ham, oh look at that, that's cool. Old electric hang glidery thing. Is it electric? I don't know. What was I saying? West Ham at home historically have given us some problems. Could do with an early goal. And part of the reason Mourinho was so able to find that space in the box and to get isolated at the back post and that great Trossard ball. Look, isn't that fun, Peg? Was that the defenders had been tired out. I know, you know. Sterling, some lazy offside, so disappointing. Trossard had a poor game at false 9, and I've been a big proponent of him in that position. Anyway, let's see. What we all want is a nice early goal against West Ham. And really for Villa to do something against Liverpool. Come on, Wally Watkins. You could still be our hope. Not buying you could be the greatest decision that we've made. Come on, the Arsenal.